Where are the SS3 students? Come closer. Let me show you step by step on how you can find the mean, the median, the mode, the variance, and standard deviation for a group data in case of WAEC. So we have the scores here, scores of a particular examination or a test. We have the frequency here, which donates the number of students. So for example, here we have 4 people that scored the marks within this range, 51 to 60 marks. Among these 4 people, we could get some that scored 52, 53 within the range, and so on. So if you want to find the mean, because we are going to start with the mean, the formula is what? Summation. Oh, let me write the x bar first, because it is denoted by what? X bar. This is equal to the summation of fx divided by the summation of f. This is the formula for calculating the mean of a group data. But if you look at our table, we don't have x, we don't have fx. So make sure that everything here appears here. Yes, that is the logic. So since we don't have x, we have to find it first before we find the product of that x and f. So let me form 2 columns, though we are going to have many columns here. So x, what is x? X is the midpoint of your class limits. So if you want to get the midpoint between 51 and 60, just add the lower and upper class limits together and divide by 2. If you add 51 and 60, you divide by 2, you're going to get 55.5. Yes. Add these 2 together, divide by 2, you're going to get 65.5, 75.5, 85.5, and lastly 95.5. You see, now we have our x column, which is the midpoint. Now the next one we are going to form is fx, f multiplied by x. Though I have everything here because it takes time, right? So let me just summarize it. If you take f, you multiply by x, you write here. Do for all of this. So what I have here is, the first one is 222. You can take your calculator and confirm. This time this is going to give us 524. This time this is going to give us 1135, 1135.5. Then 9 times 85.5 is going to give us 769.5. And lastly, we have 4 multiplied by 95.5 is going to give us 382. 382. So we are done with this one. The next thing to do is to find the summation. When you see this sigma notation, it implies sum of all f(x)'s. These are the f(x)'s. Add them all together. If you add them all together, you're going to get 3030. Yeah, I have computed everything. You can see that here. Then summation of f, if you add all of this together, you're going to get 40, which means that this is equal to 303 divided by 40. From my calculator, I have 75.75. 75.75. And this is said to be the mean of this distribution. We are done with the mean. Now going to the median. The median, we have the formula m for the median. You can write it in full. It is equal to L. This L stands for the lower class boundary. And if you look at our table, we don't have class boundaries. We only have class intervals or limits. So what I'm going to do, I am going to form it here. So the formula is L plus n divided by 2, meaning sum of the students, n divided by 2. The sum of the students is 40, divided by 2 will give us 20. Minus the cumulative frequency before that class, before the median class. We are going to form a cumulative frequency again. Divide by the frequency of that median class multiplied by the class size. I'm going to show you how to find all of these parameters. So first of all, let us find the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. How can we find the cumulative frequency? You take the first frequency, write it down here. Then take this one, add it to the second frequency. This together with this will give us 12, right? 12. Then take this one, 12, add it to the next one. 12 and 15 will give us 27. 27. And 27 and this one will give us 36. Then 36 plus 4 will give us 40. If you do that correctly, this 40 will always correspond to the summation of f, which means that this is correct. Then next, we need to form class boundaries. To form the class boundaries, all you have to do is to remove 0.5, 0.5 here, and add 0.5 here. So class boundaries, we're going to have 50.5 if you take away 0.5 here. Then 2, you add 0.5 here, you're going to get 60.5, right? Do the same thing for all of them. This is going to be 60.5 to 70.5, 60.5 to 70.5, 70.5 to 80.5, 80.5 to 90.5, 90.5 to 100.5. So this is our class boundaries. All right, so how can we substitute these parameters? The first thing you need to find is the position of the median. And the position of the median is always n divided by 2 position. And n, you know, is 40 divided by 2 position. And this is going to give us the 20th position. So go under the cumulative frequency and locate 20. This is our cumulative frequency. You can see this is 40, but this is 4, which is less than that. 12 is less than that. 27 is more than 20. So it means that this 20 is within this range. So this is the, what do we call it? Median class. This is the median class. Another way you can do that, since you got 20, you can come under frequency, keep on adding. This plus this, you keep on adding till you get to a position where 20 is located. So since we have seen that this is the position, what is the lower class boundary of that class? Is 70.5. So this is 70.5 plus n divided by 2 is already 20 minus cumulative frequency before the median class. This is cumulative frequency. Before the median class, it is 12. Divide by frequency of the median class. This is the frequency of the median class, which is 15. Divide by the class size. How can you find the class size? Come under class limit. You can take 70 minus 60. That is going to give you 10. No matter which one you take, 100 minus 90 will give you 10. This minus this. Or you can come here, this minus this. You understand? So this is the class size. If you simplify this, you're going to get, since we have limited space, let me do that here. If you take 20 minus 12, that is going to give you exactly 8. Then you divide 8 by 15. Whatever you get, you multiply by 10. The result should be added to 70.5. And what I have here is, let me compute it here. Just a moment, please. I have 20 minus 12, which is 8 divided by 15. That is going to give you this is going to give us 0.5333. You multiply by 10. That is 5.3 something plus 70.5. This is going to give us 75.83. So the median, I don't have more space. I could have written different steps. Every step you add will earn you extra marks. So the median is 75.833333. So in 2 decimal places, we have 75.85. All right. Now let us move on to the mode. We don't have more space here, so I'll be deleting some of this information. How can we calculate the mode? The mode So let me write it in full. The mode is equal to the lower class boundary of the model class plus all right, anything you wish to see, you can reverse the video. Let me take down this as well. Plus delta 1 divided by delta 2 plus delta 1 plus delta 2 multiplied by the class size. What is delta 1? What is lower class boundary of the model class? First of all, you have to locate the model class. The model class is the class with the highest frequency. The frequency which is higher than all of the other frequencies is 15, which means that the model class and the median class are the same, right? So we have the same classes for the median and the mode. And the lower class boundary of the model class is 70.5. So this is 70.5 plus, what is delta 1? Delta 1 is the frequency of the model class minus the frequency before the median, before the model class, which is what? 15 minus 8. 15 minus 8 divide by, this one is already the same thing as this one, so you have 15 minus 8 plus delta 2 is the frequency of the model class minus the frequency after the model class, that is 15 minus 9. Class size we have already seen, it is 10. Come here, this minus this is 7, so you have 70.5 plus 7 divided by, this is 7 and this is 6, right? 15 minus 9 is 6, then times 10. So what you're going to do is you can add this one. This is going to give us 13, right? So let me do that here. This is 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. So if you multiply by 10, you're going to get 70 over 13. So let me press 70 divided by 13 directly. And this is going to give us 5.384 something. Then you add it to 70.5. This is going to give us 75.88 in 2 decimal places. So this is the mode. You understand? So we have calculated the mean, the median, and the mode. Now let us calculate the variance and standard deviation. For the variance and standard deviation, we need the mean, so I'm going to bring it back. But let me write the formula first. The formula for variance is equal to the summation of f of x minus x bar squared divided by the summation of f. Yes, this is the formula. We have x, these are the x's. We have x bar, and x bar, if you could recall, it is equal to what? Let me write it down here. It is equal to 75.75. Yeah, this is what we got. But we don't need class cumulative frequency, neither class boundaries. So I'm going to take them down, but for you, please don't do that. Just extend this line and add what you're going to add next. We are going to add x minus x bar. We are going to add x minus x bar squared. We are going to add x minus x bar squared times f, which is the frequency. Because I don't have more space, I'm going to take down this. So I need 3 extra columns. 3 extra columns. I'm going to start with x minus x bar. X minus x bar, I have all of them here already, so let me just read them out. X minus x bar, you take x, which is the first one, 55.5, you subtract this number here. This is going to give us negative 20.25. Yes, this is what we have. Then the next one is going to be x minus x bar squared, right? And the last one is going to be f of x minus x bar squared. Make sure that everything in the formula appear on the table. So if you square this number, negative 20.25, you're going to get 410 point what? 06 in 2 decimal places. Then you take this number again, because we are going to get the whole of f of this one. So this times f, 4 times this number is going to give us 1640. 1640.24 in 2 decimal places. We are done with the first one. Take the second one. This one, 65.5, you subtract this one. Whatever you get, you write it here. Square that, write it here. Take it and multiply by the frequency. Write it there. So let me just copy all of them for you, because I have them here. So I have filled the remaining numbers. So you can see that we have summation of this. So you're going to add all of this together. And if you add this, you're going to get 4,897.43 in 2 decimal places. So the whole of this is now equal to 4,897.43 divided by what? 40, which is the summation of f. And if you simplify this, this is going to give us what? I have it here already. This is 122.44 in 2 decimal places. So this is your variance. What about standard deviation? Standard deviation is very simple once you have the variance, because it is equal to the square root of the variance. So this is equal to the square root of what? The variance, which is 122.44. Let me compute it here. Square root of 122.44. This is 11.07 in 2 decimal places. 11.07 in 2 decimal places. Please, any number you have written, indicate the number of decimal places. Very important. 2dp. All of this, write them. 2dp. So I think we have calculated all the 5 things I promised to show you how to find: the mean, the median, the mode, the variance, and the standard deviation. Even if the question didn't ask you for variance and asks you directly to find the standard deviation, make sure you find the variance first, then take the square root to find the standard deviation. Yes.